Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. Thank you all for joining once again. So, apparently, some type of, committee in the White House, I think it is supposed to be trying to hold a crying session for those who are having a hard time dealing with Trump's win. Let me let you guys listen in on this. Let me see if I can get this audio, because this is so funny. Come on, phone. This is so funny. These leftists, man, I tell you. Let me see.
2 months ago, my husband ditched Viagra and Tadalafil.
Not this crap.
I thought it would be just another quick night.
It's the music, I guess. Can't see it. Can you see it? Okay, well, yeah, anyway. Well, I thought it was going to be some words on there, but anyway, let me read you just a little bit of this nonsense. Oh, Lord have mercy. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has been getting mocked for reportedly holding therapy cry sessions for White House employees upset over President-elect Donald Trump's victory over Kamala Harris. The Washington Free Beacon reported earlier this month about certain therapy sessions the State Department has been hosting. This is where our tax money is going to, people. For employees dealing with election fallout. The Biden-Harris State Department organized an in-house therapy session for employees every Friday following Donald Trump's election victory. Four sources with knowledge of the meeting told the Washington Free Beacon. Managing stress during change, read an internal State Department email sent across the agency that encouraged employees to attend a 1-hour session in which they could discuss their feelings about Tuesday's election result. The department's employee consulting service and the Bureau of Medical Services hosted the session, according to a copy of the email notice described by sources by Free Beacon. Change is a constant in our lives, but it can often bring about stress and uncertainty, the email said. Join us for an insightful webinar where we delve into effective stress management techniques to help you navigate these challenges. This session will provide tips and practical strategies for managing stress and maintaining your well-being. End of discussion right there. I don't need to go any further than that. There's nothing more to go. What are we going to talk about? What further to go? Okay. I'm getting triggered. Where do you even start with something like this, right? Where do you even start? Well, first of all, I said this earlier. I already said this. This is where our tax money is going to. This is where our tax money is going to for stuff like this, okay? Because this, somebody's paying for it, and clearly it isn't them. They're not paying for it. We are, okay? But there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can protest and say, stop using our tax money for this stupid nonsense. But what this does, this alludes to something that is very serious in this country. And what I mean by that is this. If these people cannot take Trump being in office, if you are that triggered and that upset about Trump being in office that you get stressed out, number one, I'm blaming the mainstream media for that retardation. Okay, they're the ones that push this nonsense about Trump being Hitler and all this other foolishness. But the other thing is this, if you can't take Trump being in office, okay, and you need to go to some sessions to express your hurt and grief and tears and sorrow, I mean, this stuff is, it's hard to talk about it. If you can't deal with that, what are you going to do when World War III hits? I mean, truly hits, because it's coming. What are you going to do? These weak milksop people. What are you going to do when the SHIT really hits the fan? Because hopefully, prayerfully, when Trump gets inaugurated, all of this foolishness in terms of World War III and all this other nonsense will stop. Hopefully, prayerfully. Okay? We'll see. We don't know. There's no guarantee. But what are you going to do? What are these individuals going to do when something really hits them hard? If you can't take a man being in office, if you can't take that and it bothers you to such an extent that you have to have talking sessions, venting sessions to deal with the stress, I can understand prayer sessions because prayer changes things. Prayer is real. But foolishness like this, I mean, it's just insane how the mainstream media has messed these people's minds up. It's just insane, man. It's absolutely insane. And I don't know a whole lot else to say about it except to say that it's insane and it's comical and it's goofy and it's out of this world. What can you do? What can you do? It's this weak milksop attitude that is in part hurting this country. This is one of the things that is hurting our country. The mainstream media and the far left radical establishment have so weakened the minds of millions of Americans all over this country, they can't take anything. You can't look at them the wrong way. You can't smile the wrong way. You smile the wrong way, they got a problem with you. They're always walking around mad and angry and frustrated. I can usually look at a person and tell what side of the aisle they're on. I can usually tell when I speak with, like I'm on my job, right? 4 days out of the week, I work at the May Company. I think I've shared it before, but anyway, work at the May Company building, still security. But I'm not dealing with the outside as much, thank God. That's why I asked for a transfer. And people was getting on my nerves. But even there in the May Company building, people walk around, some of them walk around with these attitudes, and I can kind of tell what, and I won't say I can tell, but I can suspect what part of the aisle they're on. And you know what I mean. Because I'll say, hello, and it looking like a bunch of fools. Like, what are you so angry about? I just said hello. Why are you angry? Why are you frustrated? And it's not like they don't hear me say hello. They're like within 2 inches of my face. They sitting right in my face like this. You know I'm exaggerating, but you get my point. You right in my face. We crossing paths. You heard what I said. I literally screamed it. Hello! Hi! How are you? It wasn't that you didn't hear me, but you. I suspect that they probably are Kamala Harris supporters, or were, and mad because Trump got it off. Now you mad at the world. You walking around depressed. You're going to end up, if you don't overcome that kind of nonsense, you're going to end up getting sick. You're just going to end up getting sick. Because here's the bottom line. Look, folks. Maybe you don't like him. I get him. But he's in office. It is what it is. You're going to have to deal with it. It is what it is. You're going to have to deal with it, boo-boo. Either way it goes, you're going to have to deal with it. What are you going to do? You're going to leave the country? Because chances are you're not going to do that. I'm getting sick and tired of hearing celebrities say that nonsense. Shut up and sit down. You ain't going to do nothing. Sit your end down. Okay? So what are you going to do? You're going to leave the country? What are you going to do? Take medication? What are you going to do? My suggestion is just get over it. That's just something you have to get over, okay? Because here's the deal. Let me end the video on this. When Biden unfortunately got in, conservatives expressed their disappointment. They expressed their frustration. They were not happy about it at all. But you didn't hear them talking about having crying sessions and all of this, spending taxpayer money on all this other foolish. Where did you hear that at? You never heard that from conservatives. Not that I know of. Maybe there has been some. I'm pretty sure there might have been some, but I haven't heard of it. They have expressed their disappointment. They said that it wasn't that Biden stole the election and all this guys. Yeah, they may have said all of that, but you didn't have them doing little wimpy, goofy stuff like this. Because what they learned to do is say, you know what, there's nothing I can do about it. Let's go on and hope for the best. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out the best, but thankfully it didn't get as bad as it could have gotten by the grace of God. But they went on. How come these Biden supporters and Kamala Harris supporters can't do the same thing? How come they can't do the same thing? Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. But I just wanted to say something about that because I think that's the silliest thing, or one of the silliest things I've ever heard from these supporters that I've ever read about. It is so silly. These people really need help. They really need help. They really need to adjust themselves and deal with the reality, because it is what it is. Go on with your life, man. Just deal with it. I'm going to say this, and I promise you I'm over. I'm pretty sure that things are not going to be as bad as they think it's going to be. I'm pretty sure. It's going to be some challenges, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to more than likely, if he can get through with some of the stuff that he wants to do, I'm pretty sure a lot of the stuff you guys are suspecting is not going to happen. Okay? I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen. So just relax. Stop using taxpayers' money for foolish stuff like this and go on with your life. I mean, hey, not you guys. I'm talking about these clowns in the White House, okay? Go on with your life, because it's silly, man. It's just silly. And it's silly and it's embarrassing as Americans. It's embarrassing as Americans. I'm pretty sure people from other countries that are dealing with all kinds of hell looking over here at America and looking at these people, these Kamala Harris supporters, and like, what is wrong with these people? What, you guys can't take that? Well, my God, you better hope World War III don't hit, because you're going to pass out. You're going to black out. When you see the first bomb, you're going to black out. Before you're going to see it, but you're going to never get a chance to feel it, because you're going to black out. When they say something on the news, you're going to black out. Because they can't take nothing. Because they've been conditioned to be weak. But anyway. Yeah, what do you guys have to say about this stuff? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. See you again.